You start with number 1.
Thank you, Council President. Just bear with me. This is one of, I think, 11. The first one is Capital Projects ID 11899. This is a resolution of the City of Summit, County of Union, authorizing the mayor to execute the memorandum of understanding between the City of Summit, the United Methodist Church of Summit, and Bergen County United Way for the creation of affordable senior rental units. Whereas the church approached the city to inquire if its former education building located at 17 Kent Place Boulevard, City of Summit, Block 1911, Lot 5, which is now underutilized, could be repurposed for a small 100% affordable senior rental project. And whereas after the meeting with the city, the church began working with Bergen County United Way to determine whether their education building could be adapted and renovated for that purpose. And Bergen County United Way has determined that a project of up to 12 senior rental units could be created out of that building, whereas the city is supportive of the creation of affordable senior rental units that this proposed project will create, allowing very low and moderate income seniors to live in Summit with walkable access to the downtown train station. I would like to move this resolution.
Second.
Comments from the public? Comments from council? Councilman Boyer.
Real quick, Council President, I just wanted to say that the United Methodist Church stepped up, and this is excellent. They had the land, their commissioners got together, and they decided to put their best foot forward and say, hey, let's help with affordable housing. This is how you do it. It doesn't necessarily always have to fall on the government, which seems to be the case these days. Residents get together and they make a change. And as you can see with the partnership with the city, we help out. And this is a perfect example of how to make these things work. So I really like seeing this. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Other comments? Councilwoman Hamlet.
I would like to agree with Councilman Boyer. This is exciting. This is something that the entire community should be proud of. This is a 100% affordable project, 12 units, walk to town, and I'm just really proud of everybody for working so hard. Mayor, thank you for facilitating, and Bergen County United Way. I think this is really good stuff, and I'm proud of the leadership and the community for getting this done. This is a very old church, and I know that some of these churches now are underfunded, so it's a win-win for everybody, and just great stuff, so thank you.
Thank you. Madam Mayor.
I just want to point out that the Pastor Laura has been phenomenal. I'm super grateful to her and to her Board of Trustees. They've been fantastic through this process, and they're really excited about it, and I think we should be, as a community, be very grateful.
Agreed. Other comments from council? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we're going on to capital projects and community services. Resolution number 1, Councilwoman Hamlet.
Thank you, Council President. Mayor Baldwin, just for clarification, I should read the agreement and the resolution, correct? Assuming both of them? The agreement first, I mean.
There's 2 separate resolutions.
Right, just the,
So it's the development agreement.
Yep.
I think, and then on the second one, first amendment for the agreement.
right, okay. Yes, this is a resolution of the City of Summit, County of Union, authorizing the mayor to execute the development agreement between the City of Summit and BCUW, Madeline Housing Partners, LLC, regarding the development of 17 Kent Place, Block 1911, Lot 5 of the Methodist Church of the Summit property. Whereas the City of Summit filed a declaratory judgment complaint in the Superior Court Law Division seeking, among other things, a judicial declaration that its housing element and fair share plan to be amended as necessary satisfies its fair share of the regional need for low and moderate income housing pursuant to the Mount Laurel Doctrine, whereas the City and Fair Share Housing Center entered into a settlement agreement in October 14th, 2016, as amended December 13th, 2018, which was approved by the court at a properly noticed fairness hearing, and the city's 2018 Housing Element and Fair Share Plan was approved by the court after a duly noticed compliance hearing. And the court entered a final JOR in the city's favor on January 22nd, 2019. The court approved Fair Share Housing Center settlement agreement included language related to the city's unmet need obligation that states the City of Summit shall take all reasonable steps needed to achieve the goal of facilitating the construction of 50 new rental ownership affordable units within the city in 100% scattered site affordable housing developments. Whereas since the court's approval of the Fair Share Housing Settlement Agreement, the city has been working diligently to meet the goal of facilitating the construction of 50 new units by July 1st, 2025. The church approached the city to inquire if its former education building located at 17 Kent Place Boulevard, which is literally right across the corner here, which is, again, Block 1911, Lot 5, which is underutilized and could be repurposed for a small 100% affordable senior rental project. And whereas after meeting with the city, the church began working with Bergen County United Way and Madeline Housing Partners, LLC, BCUW, to determine whether the education building could be adopted and renovated for that purpose. BCUW has determined that a project of up to 12 senior units could be created out of that building. I think that's a Scribner's error, though, Rosie, because I think it's 13.
I'd have to check with, I think it's, yeah.
What's that?
Up to 13.
Up to 13, okay.
Up to 13.
Should say up to 13. Whereas the city is supportive of the creation of affordable senior rental units that this project will create, allowing very low and moderate income seniors to live in Summit with walkable access to the downtown train station. The city, BCUW, the church, and the city entered into an MOU on June 16th, 2025, which contains terms and conditions for BCUW to renovate the church educational building for 100% senior apartments, affordable senior apartments. And the Fair Share, both the MOU and the Fair Share Housing Center consent order require that the city enter into a development agreement with BCUW to renovate the building to create the affordable senior units. I would like to move this resolution.
Second.
All right, do I have any comments from the public?
Hurley, 192 Ashland Road. I wasn't going to talk about, I just can't resist responding to this. So this is consistent, I know I can't ask you guys questions, this is consistent with the 2016 settlement and the overlay zones where our intention for affordable housing and low-income housing was distributed throughout the city as opposed to massive, high-density structures in the downtown. At least that's the way it sounds to me, which I think is great that we're doing that and we're consistent with the original intent of the 2016 settlement. And again, in the overlay zones that we passed way back then and the distributed housing. And I think it's a great approach. Thanks.
Thank you for your comments. Other comments from the public? All right, comments from council?
I mean, I would just say one, I would
Yes,
say
Councilwoman Hamlet.
to former, the councilman sitting in the audience, you know, kudos to you and that team for doing that, developers, doing all of those agreements with Fair Share. This is an exciting project, and it does go to show you that we don't have to build overly dense housing. And these are really special projects that I think everybody can get behind. So you're a part of that, so thank you.
Good comment. Other comments? Councilman Smallwood.
Thank you, Council President. I totally agree with former Councilman Hurley. And I would just simply like to thank the United Methodist Church for stepping up and offering underutilized space that can certainly help our seniors. I think there are potentially some other areas in our downtown that that are owned by, faith-based organizations that could potentially, possibly work with maybe even our house to maybe offer some of their vacant or open land as well to help meet some of our affordable needs for our fourth round. So I look forward to some of those organizations stepping up for this next 10 years.
Thank you. Other comments from council? Yeah, I would just add, this is a kind of bittersweet. I would also like to thank the Methodist Church. It's a bittersweet because where they're building this was a nursery school prior to this. It was called Beginnings. And this was where my kids all went. So all 5 of them, or 4 of them, I don't know, 4 of them went there. And it was a wonderful, wonderful welcoming place. And honestly, we met some of our first friends in Summit going through that experience. And so
Maybe you could live there as a senior.
yeah, I could. It would go full circle. Yeah, so this is fantastic that we're doing this, and I'm happy that the United Methodist Church is stepping up to help our community and provide affordable housing as well. All right, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, capital projects number 2, Council